Sorry. Is that gonna break the universe? Should I be running? Come on, follow me, follow me! Follow me, sweetie. It's fine. Mommy loves you even if you're strange. Even if the doctor didn't do a very good job and your limbs got super wide and you... What? Come on. We just gotta schedule a quick appointment with the barbershop and a quick appointment with the lumberers. I think if we just maybe tie a few planks of wood to your arms and like kind of straighten them out, at the very least you can be like as cool as the librarian from the last... Ah! I didn't know where I was for a hot second. That took a little bit of, No! Don't touch me! No! What? I'm flopping inside of that window. In terms of in or out of that window, definitely an in, I would have to say. Well, you're lucky your father isn't in the picture. He would be so upset with what's going on with us right now. You're being a real rapscallious daughter. You're also very lucky that this isn't our house. If it was our house, I'd probably be a lot more peeved at the fact that you're breaking everything. Ooh, alcohol. Hide, hide, hide. Your hair is moving like tentacles. She snips like whiskers. She's always loved being a cat. Oh, honey, a little bit of your hip skin is breaking through your trench coat. That's very immodest. You best be hoping there's nobody else in this household. Oh, static. Hey, I need an axe. Is this gonna be another scenario of someone bursts through a door and forces this axe to fall out, and then I got a time-based get it? Heat! Yeah! What? Come on. Oh, okay. I was being too complicated. And the sound of that alerted the lady. Otherwise, you could have just put it on the ground next to where I needed it, instead of making me jump for it and making sound effects. Ah! You're really scary. Hurts her? Whoa! Whoa! I was extremely heated. Oh man, your foot is mangled. I could only assume the animator did some weird crap with your rigging and they were like, ha, look at this, and then the developers were like, oh my god, make that a boss. Okay. Don't worry, I'm just gonna put this over here. If I yell at you, you can come through here. Ah! Okay. So wait. So I need this to be here. I'm gonna go through this door. Yell at you. Yeah! Genius. Honestly, I was thinking I was gonna have to do that several times. Oh, we're back here. Maybe I actually do have to do that several times. It's kind of spooky being in Darkness Zone by myself, especially since I took some special white pills earlier. You didn't see me do it, but I thought it was candy. When I was young, my dad threw me in a hole and then he left. Was he really my dad, or was he just some guy? Who's to say? I feel like I just needed a father figure in my life after it happened. I had a lot to deal with. Oh! So I'd like to imagine it was my dad. Okay, now we've got 4 directions. I'm gonna... Hey, you can't... Okay, you freaked out a lot faster than I thought you were gonna freak out. I need this axe to be next to one of the upstairs doors so that I can reach it in time. So these are useless. These just go here and here? Okay. Nope, run, 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 run. Okay. And I only have enough time to put this here. What? You can't also use the doors of power. That's cheating. Oh, where am I? Okay, thank God. Oh no! I didn't even say anything over here. Why do you think I was still over there? Okay, I got the concept. Concept is... we scream over here. She's like, ah, then you come that way. I use this time to get up to this one. I scream again, right here. Immediately go through here. Yeah, B. Joke's on you. It's gonna take at least 6 different door entrances for me to fail at that one. So anyhow, back to my tragic backstory. I didn't have a father figure, or else I didn't have a mother figure, but I'd like to think that Earth itself is a mother. Whenever I touch the dirt and it feels cold against my cold hands, I'm like, dang, my mother would probably be as cold as this dirt. Otherwise, where would I have gotten it from? And in that way, I did have a mother figure. My mother figure was the villa light, the light that follows me through the void. And the father figure was the void, which follows me through my light. The perfect balance is all things should be. Hello? Remember back when you lived in that one house and then I broke through the door? Oh, it's way up there now? Well, come down here, I guess. Oh, okay. I actually wasn't sure if she was gonna recognize that I was there. Wow, you got long arms. I missed it. We have to go again. Go back down there. This one? I'm just sprinting randomly. Okay. I have to grab it from the top left. And on the way down from here, I have to grab it. No. Incorrect. I still feel like it's correct, actually, though. Like, you say that's wrong, but it really feels right, doesn't it? Can I just grab it, actually? Nope. Hiya! Stop touching me, I just want the axe. How far do you have to go, good sir? Good madam? You know I loved you. You know that these little, just random creepy walls can't hide you. Am I eating? Where am I body? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, new plan. Up, to, and then top right, and then from top right, we try to go for the axe before she can hit us. To bottom left. To bottom left. To that side. To this side. No, don't reach me, please! I've come so far! I've come so far. It did have to be that side, though, because I can't jump with the axe, right? So it had to be that. From here, we do the walk of shame all the way to here, because it's the only way. Oh, and straight on till midnight. Straight on till midnight! Second star on the right, and straight on till dawn, maybe? Not midnight. Alright, that was 3. So if you go for a 4th, you're breaking the law of magic, and you're wrong. Well, I guess unless it's a special one. I'm sorry, despite the fact that I feel like I have no real reason to know that that thing is causing what's happening. I'm just kind of assuming based off of this and saying that this thing must be destroyed. Maybe it's the only thing keeping you alive. Maybe it like has your soul inside of it. Maybe I'm actually actively killing you right now. Oh wait, am I moving? Peace. It feels bad. Oh. You'd like to think maybe the game is supposed to be dramatic and it's like I'm gonna force you to kill the thing you love, which is this girl. But I know that she's alive because, haha, I've played the first game. Joke's on you, this muscle mass can't hide anything. Sorry I broke your box. To be fair, when I first found you, you didn't really seem to care about it that much, so I assume it wasn't that big of an issue. I assume it was more the music than it was the box. At some point, I'm gonna need you to probably catch me. Ooh, we're being chased by the wall of flesh. I don't like that, and I didn't even bring a guide. Were you the guide this whole time? Wow, this is everything I dreamed. When I thought we'd get married by the sunset, oh, wow, I'm alive! How did you get across that? Oh, I'm running, we're running already. The least you could do is hold my hand. This whole time we've been holding hands. I waited for you so many times. I thought you were younger. I realized you're maybe even older now. At this point, I feel like you could have a little bit of a sense of responsibility. Jump? I'm trying to follow what you're doing, but I don't know how you went backwards on the last one and actually made it. Oh. Neat. Oh, I made that. Wow, alright. This is the part where you explain to me what the metaphor is for all of the adults turned into a big blobbish thing of meat. I feel like they might have gotten some vibes from a certain other game that's quite popular. Keep going! Stand up, you niblet! Niblet! Stand up and run! Stand Stand up and run. What's happening? She's gonna abandon me. You're gonna abandon me and go through that door and land on some suitcase somewhere. Please lift me. 6, I love you. I'm sorry that I gave you a ring pop as a ring. I have more money now. Once we start our business, are you just gonna hold me here? What's going on? I put my controller down. There she goes. Off to break a whole jar of hearts. So this is a big beating mass? And then I wake up at home. There you are. It was you all along. Wow, there's still more? Damn. I will admit, I kind of thought that might have been the scenario. It's just like, boom, play the first game. Dork. Didn't even give my hat back. Okay, so the first game exists on the Maw, which is a boat. Did she escape the TV world, of which I am someone who lives there? And then that door was the door out of the TV into the Maw? I tried to get my girlfriend back from my dad. Some stuff went down. I don't know how he feels about me anymore. I don't know if I'm supposed to be actively doing something, or is this just a contemplative moment? Should I be poking these eyeballs out? Joke's on you. My dad owns the place. I could poke your eye out and you can't do nothing about it. Wait, there's a chair. I've been walking in circles. Hello? My end goal was to stand on this chair. That's pretty majestic. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Put your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. My girlfriend abandoned me, and now I've got issues. Ooh, wow, okay. Little did you know, that was a metaphor for being a really popular person who makes content, such as a Markiplier or someone. All eyes on you and you're just sad. I'm in mourning. I'm in mourning and I have nowhere to go. Oh, and then I got bigger. It made me move kind of weirdly for a second to show that I'm awake. Oh, no, I'm just a viewer. I've just been watching this person grow up. He lost his childhood innocence. I lost all my childhood innocence, and I just sat here without my fatherly figure and my motherly, flame light of truth. And I just grew and I grew, until one day I built the Maw so I could find some kid who didn't grow, and then I could eat her. And then I became dad. It's sure a good thing I don't have to eat. Oh hey, that was my dad! Whoa, that's crazy! I was talking all this crap about him giving me all his height genes, and he actually did it. I like every time it was like, I sat here forever and I grew. And that last one was like, I sat here forever and then I made a hat. I picked this hat off the ground and now I'm old. Yes? Yes, you're very tall. You're very tall and majestic. You've gained a lot of muscle mass. In the end, we were all dad. In the end, we were always, always dad. It's only ever always been dad. It was the dad room, wow. Does that make 6 the mom? And that's why the first game happens within a bunch of people eating things, because mom belongs in the kitchen. Oh, it's all coming together. Dads belong in all the businesses and moms belong in the kitchen. Okay, so metaphor. All along we were trying to get to the door, and the door represented growth. Woo! It was pretty game. I mean, in terms of like metaphor, right? What was the metaphor behind the game? It feels the kind of thing that you definitely can't really understand in one sitting, you know? Maybe you have to like kind of sit down and like write an essay about it or something. So the entire game, right? Every time I got pulled into a TV, I would start walking towards that door. And I don't think I liked the door, but at the same time, I felt like I was actively walking up to the TVs every time. So it's like I was purposely walking to something that I didn't like. Again, you're right. Obviously, I didn't understand it the first time. We have to go again. This time we're speed running it. Also, this time, we're never holding hands with Six. Her dad from the future who came back to the past via the power of television in order to assist her at entering the maw. At which point, she could go do really spooky things, but alone that time. I was basically like the training wheels on the bike of life for Six, I think. It is so obvious when you think about it, you know? Parenthood. Parenthood's really hard. I started the game as just a runaway kid with no kids, and then only a small amount of the time into the game, I had a child. You know, I escorted that child through life. Life represented by when you are living in the woods, which everyone is always born in the woods, followed immediately by going to school. That's obviously obvious, you know, everyone goes to school. I went to school with her. We went to the hospital, because at that point she had her government-mandated removal of a few unnecessary organs, just to make sure that those in high society, you know, the real economists who are up there, they're successful, we can't let them die. They're driving society. So we have to make sure everyone's like giving a little bit of blood, maybe a few bones, an organ or two, just to make sure that they have extras. After the hospital, we made it to what, Puppet Town? What was after the hospital? What was after the hospital? It was like, oh, the hotels. So after you give up your stuff, they take your house to sell in order to fund the war, at which point you live in the big hotel thing. And then, what, you get to watch TV for a little bit at the end? That was cool. It's the only distraction, you know? Everyone just kind of follows blindly. I guess that was the whole TV thing, actually, wasn't it, though? That everyone just kind of blindly follows something. It feels weird, because the whole argument, right, of, like, having people say, like, TV is rotting people's minds, or, like, telephones and iPhones and stuff like that are rotting people's minds. It's obviously a thing people talk about, but also it's very much like a old person thing to do, right? Like, nobody likes that. No one's like, hey, iPhone ruins my brain, blah, 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 I'm old, you know? So it feels interesting that they went with, like, something like that, at least, with the whole TV thing at the end. It makes it seem like they were also going for a concept like that. A concept of, like, being overly consumed by something, or allowing, like, maybe one hobby, or, like, one, like really lazy interest to overcome your entire life. But what does that have to do with your dad? If you watch too much TV and you become mundane in terms of what you want to do with your life, if you're just following the steps, you'll find that one day you'll grow up to be just like your parents. And maybe your parents aren't people that you want to be like. Is that the circle of truth? There are 2 endings to this game? That can't be true. Wait, is that actually real? Someone look that up? Did I get the bad ending? What could I possibly have done different that would have successfully gotten me a good ending? Is it collecting all the hats? If collecting all the hats was the determiner as to whether or not I got the good or the bad game? Okay. I just came back to the front of the game. That's fine. Alright. Nice time. See you guys next time. Bye!